Good morning, traders. So we're still using the Bill Williams theory and looking at the Dow Jones. Now, yesterday we fell a little bit further than what I was expecting, but I suppose that was actually a mistake on my part because I should have stick to the levels on the daily with the Dow, and I had a level drawn in on the 4-hour. I'll show you now what I've got drawn in, which resulted in me pretty much getting stopped out. So that was the level there that I had. Okay, so I was looking for a long there, and we flew through that level at a chronic rate of knots. So anyway, that was that. It came back down and it picked up the daily level, which is the next 4-hour level as well. But it basically picked up that level and bounced off there. A nice 270-point trade off this level. So you win some, lose some. Sometimes it's the hour level that plays out. Sometimes it's the 4-hour and sometimes the daily. But the higher time frames are typically always stronger than the lower time frames. At this stage, this could be a potential break to the downside, which is very possible. Okay, we are retesting a breakout. So this level of 24475, 24475 is a level. You can see it was used as support there. It was used as support there. Used as support. And I actually think it's a weekly level. Not that strong, but it definitely is a weekly level. The one below it is a probably stronger weekly level. So this is pretty much where we are at the moment. And if I just do this with the Fibonacci, you'll see we kind of just above the 61.8 at the moment as well. So, this little rally has been based on positive trade war talk and a few good results coming out of the US. But with IMF, it is, I should say, just bleating about poor growth and world economies and danger and etc., etc. That is a massive, massive concern at the moment. Okay, so I think a lot of investors are running scared based on that at the moment. Okay, so what's the plan for today? It's a mixed bag at the moment, and I think let me just get down to the hour and I'll explain my two chains of thought at the moment. So the first one is we do have a pretty well defined downtrend line. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, quite a few bars here, and then 4 touches on it. Now, after hours trade, I'm expecting a continuation to the downside at this stage. We do have a potential for a wedge here. Okay, so there's my wedge. So we do have a potential for a wedge, which basically gives me a second move of something like that. Okay, now I don't think that is gonna, or it may play out, but you've also got this 200 EMA here, and you've got a couple of levels to left here. So, the question is, we've had a breakout of the alligator, a retest. There was a retest through yesterday, and then we had another breakout. Okay, and now we've sort of readied a bit, and we're in this area here. So, my take on this is I think we're going to get a second move to the downside in the morning session, and then the afternoon session we'll have to wait and see what happens. But this is kind of what I'm looking at the moment. So if we just get to the half hour, you'll see a little bit of a different picture here. So in the half hour, I'm just going to use this level here, we have a cup and handle with a breakout. And this is quite a big breakout bar that's happened Only concern I have is after hours trading. We are retesting this area here, and you can see there's quite a bit of support there. So this was the previous support. And if I go to the left, you'll see it was used as support, and quite a way back it was used as support. This whole zone has been used as support and resistance. Okay, so we're in a fairly significant area of where I think, where you can expect things to change. Now, the way that I'm looking at this right now is this here is an inside bar, which is a warning bell. So in other words, that is a potential move to the downside. I'm looking for a break below 24484. That would trigger a short for me. The only concern I've got is that we are above the alligator, so the short may only be down to the 200 EMA or to test the alligator, or it may be a situation of bouncing all the way down. Okay, we're going to have a look at the ichimoku just now, just to see if there's anything we can see there. What I do want to point out on the 12-minute though is look at what is happening here on the 200 EMA. Sellers are stepping in off it. Okay, and off a trend line. So, my take on this is you should be looking for a short. Okay, let's just go look at the ichimoku. There may be something there that points to something that's going on here. So from a 12-minute perspective, we've had a breakout of the cloud, and logic says to me, don't trade this to the long side, or wait for a pullback to come and test the cloud. If you test the cloud and the retest is successful, then get in long and take it. Okay, if we just look at the 1 hour, you can see Kijinsen down. We've broken below the cloud. We've come back to test. We're in the cloud now. Okay, nothing really exciting here, apart from the fact that the oscillators group here, but we've broken back above Kijinsen, which in itself is not a very strong signal. If I look at the 4 hour, you can see we've broken below Kijinsen, we've broken back above it. We've got an inside tail here or inside bar on the 4 hour, which from a price action perspective is saying another move to the upside. And that is logical for me to see a move back to test the 200-day EMA, which is up here. If I look at the daily, we're above Kijinsen, above Tekinson. We've got a crossover. We are still below the cloud, though. So technically speaking, the trend is still down. It's just because we've had this massive move to the downside, and we've had a fairly sizable retracement, that it looks like, we've got a longer-term uptrend. But the longer-term trend is to the downside. Okay, I don't think any of these diagonals will line up where we are. So I suppose there's nothing really here on the ichimoku that is pointing to anything. Let's just stay with the Bill Williams and just run through the two scenarios at the moment. So as I said, the first one is that this is a retracement of this move to the downside, retesting a breakout, and it's a wedge. Okay, we've got a potential diversion, so it's a double top here where price is making a new high. So my bias is slightly stronger to the downside, but there is a potential that is incorrect, and this is a cup and handle playing out. Okay, but I think my bias is definitely to the downside at the moment, looking at this. And I think, yeah. So this is my area for a short. I'm looking for a break below this area to get in short. Okay, and what I am anticipating is this wedge breakout. Sort of that there, which we're kind of breaking through at the moment. Okay, so just remember what I said. Anything less than 20 bars, the bias is normally back to the upside. So you expect another move to the upside. And this is less than 20 bars at the moment. So, and we're also grouping back the downside here on the 12 minutes. So really difficult to call this right now, but if I had to put percentages to it, I would say 49.51. So it's kind of indecisive at the moment. But the risk of this short is only 50 points, so it's probably well worth watching this. If it does get below, and I'm looking for a 12-minute close below 24482, that would trigger a long for me. We'll stop above this fractional here. Oh, sorry, trigger a short. Okay. If we do come back to 447, okay, and we find some support there, that would trigger a long for me. So yeah, those are the two situations I see. A lot of this has happened after hours, so I'm a little bit skeptical either way, and rather wait for something more concrete on the, well, from about 10 o'clock onwards, South African time, so when Europe opens. Okay, anyway guys, a little bit of a confusing rant this morning, but there are two potential setups. You've got the wedge, you've got the rising wedge, which is a continuation pattern to the downside, and then you have this cup and handle, or even see it as a head and shoulders as well, which could be seen as the potential move. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me. Keep those stops tight, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.